Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of our podcast. It's not live like last time. We're going to do this one on YouTube. So excited for all my people in the future watching this one. It's going to be great. We've got a great group of people with us today. We've got Redwater with the face reveal. We've got Jaegers, handsome as always. We've got Sands, who doesn't have a face, according to him. And shout out to Glaze for being the one recording this. So how are y'all doing, boys?
Chilling, vibe on a Saturday. I guess evening now.
Yeah.
Yep. Hanging out. Easter plans got canceled, so I'm all available.
Hey, I I guess sorry Jesus, your death got canceled.
Maybe
Still
next year.
messed up.
Red, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I've been sick for the last month or so, but we're getting better.
Yeah, you don't look bad. You look like you're doing good. So I know you've had bronchitis, so I know that can really wear you down. So it's good to have you. Good to have you feeling well. Let's get into some Nemesis news though. Uh, First off, let me say if you're watching this and you have not filled out an interest form and you are a returning player, make sure you do that. All right, we need as many players as we can to make this season the biggest season ever. And if you're new and you're just finding this video, join the Discord, fill out a PRF, a player registration form, sign up for the league, get placed, and help make Nemesis the best it can be. So I don't know how many of y'all are donors, but I just wanted to let y'all know that based off of the previous season's MMR caps, we would like if we were to keep the caps the same, we'd have 65 Titan players, 82 rival players, 76 challengers, 64 prospects, and 39 novices. And I don't know about y'all, but to me that's kind of crazy.
Kind of sussy. Novices need to step it up.
Yeah,
I've noticed across the board the last about year or so, there's just not enough novice players anywhere. Where have all the diamonds gone?
Peaking. They're peaking. Or they fell back down to platinum. Either or, you know.
yeah. Well, just like quick math, you know that like 64 is like the minimum to have 16 teams in that league. So just doing some quick math, and we got like 80 something in rival. Those boundaries are they could change quite a bit.
Well, yeah, no, I've already done the math, Squirrel. I've done all the math and can't say I'm excited about it. But yeah, no, it's we definitely need more novice players, either that or more low end prospect players because we are going to have 5 leagues still, correct, Squirrel? Like it's been confirmed, right?
Fortunately, I would love to get rid of novice league personally.
Yeah, we had a discussion and we all kind of voted to get rid of novice, but then Rocker Man wouldn't have anywhere to play, so
Yeah,
True.
it's gonna
True.
stay.
yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm just worried about those people that like because there's so many people in rival league. I'm worried that some of these people that fall like low challenger are gonna get pushed back down into prospect.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm worried about that as well, Squirrel. Me being a 1406, it made me want to start grinding comp once again. Because a chip would be nice, a second chip, but you already know what my plans are for next season, Squirrel. You already know, buddy.
I definitely do. Where do you fall right now, Red?
Right now, I'm a 1436, so I should be okay, unless you know. My guess is that it's going to be like a 1435 to get into Challenger. It'll be exciting.
Yeah, but with 80 something rivals, that could push it up to like 1450. Who knows? Like it could be something crazy, and we could see Redwater in prospect. Which when was the last time that happened?
Actually, never. I started out in Rival Season 1 of this league.
Wow.
You know, if Redwater gets put in prospect, he can have his dream team of
What's his
him,
dream?
Redwater, Jolly Rogers, and Pirate Rage.
That would be a team. I've said it and I'll say it again. Jolly Rogers is probably my favorite name currently in Nemesis, just because I love pirates.
That's fair.
Setting off the pirate team again.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
trying to
can't
get that
wait.
redemption.
So, but that it's exciting. And some more quick maths. In order to have 5 leagues of 16 teams, the minimum number of players required for that would be 320. And as of the donor leak yesterday, donors got this information a little bit earlier. Y'all are getting it whenever this is uploaded. We were at 326 as of April 16th.
That's
So
very exciting. So that is like each org having a team, Squirrel, if I'm not mistaken.
each org having all
That's
teams.
so exciting. I can't wait because I mean honestly it made it so hard whenever they were doing like GM of the season. Like sometimes they'd have like 4 teams that do really well, but then you have an org with 5 teams who does just as good, but that fifth team does like decent. You know, it throws everything up in the air, and now every org has like equal footing in that. So that's really exciting.
If it does end up happening, it also kind of brings the orgs in for camaraderie because every org's gonna be playing or every team's gonna be playing the same org each week. Instead of like last season where like, oh, Charlie's playing Sub Zero, but Novice is playing like Evolution. It was kind of funky.
Yeah. We can bring back the true org sweeps.
You know, it would also be really cool. We could keep track of which org's doing better, like in terms of like head to head, and like have like org rankings. You know,
We do have org
no,
rankings.
I know, but I mean like just like org win and losses, like have like orgs as an entirely different
Hmm.
thing. You know,
Hmm. What a swell idea there, Jaegers.
it might get stolen from me.
It might
Might
already
be
be in the
might be
works.
Sans' new idea. You know,
Well, also like with rankings, we're trying to get a new power ranking graphic, and like we've went to Fiverr for a lot of our stuff. So like I'm getting one made from Fiverr, and this man is he's on some drugs or something, because I'll throw it in the I'll throw it in media, and Glaze can upload it to the
like on
like
drugs good
he
or
can
on drugs
on good
bad.
on drugs bad. Like look at the numbers on this power ranking graphic in media.
Oh, he is on drugs.
Wait, what?
I mean I see where he got it. I do see where he got it. However, that is not the it's not the play. It really
Nah.
isn't.
And for y'all watching on YouTube, Glaze will throw that on the screen for you. Um, that's I put in a revision request, so we should get that fixed. But like,
Interesting to say the least.
yeah, I just don't know who in their right mind uh would number it that way. Like that one stands on top for a reason.
Yeah.
So, but
Um
hopefully that's not the confirmed power rankings graphic. We're still gonna look. That's just an option.
mhm.
Um, a lot of great new stuff going on behind the scenes with the graphics this season.
It's very chaotic evil, in my opinion. Like it looks good at first glance, and then you kind of look at it, you're like, wait a second.
Hmm.
It's like something's off here. And if you hadn't mentioned the numbers, I probably wouldn't have noticed. I was like, oh yeah, like because like just I'd probably just glance at, hover over it a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, you know. But that's not why I'm in charge of major graphical decisions.
I'm
Right.
So
not gonna. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen that like probably 10 times since it got done. And that's the first time I noticed that.
Oh no, that's the first time it's had numbers. I think
Oh, okay,
that's the
that makes
first one
sense.
I've showed you with numbers. Because,
okay.
but that's so he sent me a different one that had the numbers were inside the white spaces, which is where
Mhm.
we're gonna need to put logos. So I told him, hey, move the numbers outside. But I didn't realize on the one with the numbers inside that they were also ordered incorrectly.
Mhm.
So I made the man do 2 revisions instead of 1, which I feel bad about. But
I mean, that's on him.
yep.
I feel like I don't know. Look, Squirrel, you should have just been more specific, man.
I
I don't know what
I sh-
else to tell you.
yeah. So, but new PR graphic, maybe not that one, but we are gonna get a new one. And some other news, we are looking at getting new like BRB screens, getting new like match discussion or stream ending to go along with the fact that we just got new alpha graphics. I know donors have been helping us test those, and I don't know about y'all, but I think they look pretty sick.
I do too.
Finally puts us in line with the more professional organizations.
We are the more professional organization.
I
Red.
know.
We're on the
Now,
upbeat up. We're on that
now,
grind.
now we even look like it. Our shirt's going to be perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
streams are gonna look good. What Sans? I know like you had looked at designing some at one point. Like, how do you think they compare to other people?
The PR graphics?
No, the alpha graphics.
Oh, I think these look really good. I'm excited for the rest of the community to see them, not on the After Dark stream.
Hmm.
I think we got exactly what we wanted, so I'm pretty excited. It was a very long process, but it's worth it.
Yeah, and our director, Austin Rockerman, great guy, love him, does a lot
Yes,
for
as
the
well.
league, but he is the biggest like OCD like nitpicky person I have ever met. Like this man found a 1 pixel gap between like a yellow bar and the score like board and was like, "Hey guys, there's a pixel gap here." And they were like, "Oh, my bad, didn't see that." And they ended up fixing it, but like how do you notice a 1 pixel gap? Like that's just insane.
Well, honestly, I'm really glad he did because, like, if I would have just glanced at it and just noticed it, I would not be able to like unsee it, you know? And
Yeah.
like every time I turned into the stream, I would just
Stare at it.
see it. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Didn't wouldn't even pay attention to the gameplay. So, I mean, sometimes it's better to be vigilant.
Mhm.
Yeah, gotta appreciate that attention to detail.
Yeah, and I mean, we paid enough for it, so I guess it's good to get what we want out of it. And speaking of paid enough for it, Sans, you want to give everyone a website update?
So the website is approaching being completed as far as like opening day goals. So it's looking pretty good. Um, in my opinion, it's a lot better than the season, I believe, 5 release we
Mhm.
had last time. So hopefully the web and dev team just impresses the rest of the community like it has me. And I don't want to give anything like specific away,
Yeah.
just because I don't know, I don't have approval from the big man to do so, so I'm not sure.
Mallow.
But yes, Mallow. But it's looking good. I think everyone's going to be very impressed.
I
Well,
hope so.
whenever I click on it, Sans, I'm gonna be thinking. I was like, this isn't good, man. Sans
For
gonna be getting a very angry DM from
for
me.
the for the love of God, can we get the 8080 out of the URL?
That's like the prime feature of Nemesis. Why would we get rid of that?
It's so good.
I do have to
Perfect.
agree.
Now, yeah, I'm excited for it, and it is like on track to be done when the season starts.
Right. At least the bear functionality. There's a lot of extra stuff that's going to come probably during the season,
Hmm.
but it should be good.
Okay, and will teams be able to like? I know a big complaint was like people seeing like okay, a big complaint in Nemesis is who the f do I play? The schedule makes no sense. Is the website gonna like remedy that a little bit?
Yes. So I'm actually working on integrating it with some of the stuff that I've made today, actually. And there's going to be a magic button that you can select your team, and bam, there's your schedule. There's also going to be a league-wide like season schedule, so
Hmm.
you can go back, you can scroll back to like week 2 and say, oh, who did Pineapples lose to? You know, so it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, I know. Red's excited about an easy to read schedule. He had some problems with that
Yeah,
last season.
that I am.
Yeah, you kind of needed like a rubric for that last one, but
Yeah, especially and like you think you know what an org is, and then they rebrand, and you're like, now I have no clue what org G is.
yeah, I
I
was
don't
like
know.
S is for sloth, but there's no S, so I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, P is for pineapple, but that's not what my org is. So, and speaking of pineapple logos, have y'all seen any of the new logos that we've done? You've
Yeah,
probably seen.
no, actually, I'm really impressed by the let's see if I could find him real quick. I'm really impressed by the evolution logo, like at first glance. I know that's kind of like a Homer thing, but I thought it was really cool. It just showed up out of nowhere for me. And like this, I don't know, man, the sloth logos are kind of growing on me. Like Sans, whenever I first saw him, man, I was like, why is everything about sloths? Like, why is there sloths everything? But like, I'm kind of getting into them now.
I mean,
Um,
my opinion's always, why aren't there more? But
aren't there
I'm
more sloths?
I'm slowly taking over. So hopefully next year it's not just an April Fool's prank.
Yeah, that
I
was a
mean,
fun little
gee,
prank.
yeah.
I'll say the
Nah,
logos are looking really good. Apologies.
yeah. So I have like all the Nemesis like servers in a little folder, and I hated scrolling through and seeing like
Oh,
they would take like their prospect team and make it their org server. So I was really big on making sure we got org logos for every team, and thankfully Rogue was able to support us and pay for those. And just looking through the org servers, they're so nice. I like having the org logos, and it's gonna make our power ranking graphics that much better. Um, but even the logos for the teams themselves are really freaking good.
oh, absolutely.
Like I'm excited for them to be shown off on stream because some of these people are gonna see this logo and they're gonna ask for a trade. They're gonna be like, "Hey man, trade me to the Krakens because that logo is sick."
Oh, dude, that's the one that really stood out to me. Also, like whenever I hear there's a team called the Krakens, I was like, wait, what level is this? Because I wanted to go to that team, but then I found out it was Titan, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll wait on that. You know, that's maybe next season.
Yeah, you Titan or Krakens couldn't have been anything else.
No, I
It's too
know,
cool.
yeah.
So based on the rebrand, Red, I know you're a free agent, uh, or I think you might end up being a free agent, because it says undrafted in your name. Based on like the org logos or themes, is there anywhere that you would like to go?
Well, I'd like to either go back to the Sloths or the Fruit Ninjas. I love those logos, and I have ties to them that I'd like to go back to.
Yeah. I like honestly like if I wasn't the GM, I'd want to go over to Rogue's org because the Pantheon logos look sick.
No, they really do.
Yeah. But the Dragon Energy logos look nice. Like I don't think there's really a bad logo except maybe the papaya logo. It looks a little inappropriate, but that's okay.
I mean,
Well,
if you don't look at it inappropriately,
it's true.
it's not
It
appropriate.
it took me all of like 2 seconds to notice that.
Yeah. We'll let people point it out in Twitch chat. We won't ruin it and tell them what it is right here.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm excited for it. Um, is there any other Nemesis news that I can think of, Sans?
I mean, I think you've pretty
Oh
much
wait.
covered it all. We do have the lottery and re-signing decisions coming up.
Oh yeah,
Um,
the draft lottery. Recruit people. They put your name on the sign up form that you recruited them. You get an extra entry, and it adds $1 to the prize pool for the raffle,
wait,
which
entries
is
coming
cool.
back?
I hope not. Holy, that man. Hey, maybe we can do something where we spin the unban wheel and we give entry like 2 spots on it
Ooh,
just to see what happens. I know people love the unban wheel on the the charity stream.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. Maybe we should do like one a season in the preseason or like before the draft lottery. Could be
Yeah.
some hype.
Now, Jaegers, I know your webcam's off, but are you here or are you not here?
I just got back. I'm setting something up real quick.
All right. I was gonna ask, like, as the marketing lead, if you had any marketing news that you'd like to share.
I don't think we're supposed to fully like share it. We are looking into sponsorships and we are getting really close.
Hmm.
But as far as specifics, I'm not sure how much
Yeah.
awesome
Tell us this. How many applications have you sent?
like 20
Oh
like
man. There's a saying in like paintball called accuracy by volume.
Mhm.
If you shoot enough, eventually you'll hit something.
Yep, it sounds about right, you know?
Yeah, but I think
Accuracy be damned, you know?
yeah, I think it's just good to hear that like our marketing team is putting in work and trying their best to get us something because I think it's time for Nemesis to get a sponsor.
Absolutely. I
Red,
completely agree.
Red, if you could pick one sponsor, who would it be?
Well, probably go with something more advanced, like, Rocket League is a controller based game. Go for something big like Scuff.
I actually have a Scuff controller beside me. I'll throw it on the webcam. Dallas Empire, because I am big into Call of Duty when they're good, but they haven't been good in a while. But the Dallas Empire Scuff has done well for me. I like them. I'd be okay with a Scuff sponsorship. Jaegers, get on it. Get us a
I
sponsor.
got you, I got you.
Dude,
I'll get on it
dude,
right away.
imagine like a Nemesis Scuff. You got like the fire. You've got the word Nemesis in big noodle titling. You got like you got like the TGC like across the pad like thing. Oh, dude, it'd be sick.
I mean, there's really so many things you can do with that. Honestly, I'm sorry. I've been partially paying attention. I just want to set that up. Oh, and
What in the world?
yeah, no, I have a projector. It's pretty cool. But I was trying to put a Rocket League background onto it, but it didn't really work out.
Dude, that's
So
sick.
yeah, no, watch. Give me a sec. Let me double check fix that real quick. Because it's just showing the exterior for me, but I really just want to do like a background, you know. But while y'all continue talking, I don't want to interrupt by that, but I'm gonna just work on this a little bit just to get it set up.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you mentioned Rocket League because I was wanting to talk about some RLCS news recently, and the just scrolling through Twitter, that's where I get a lot of the news. Uh, and thankfully, Redwater linked me some stuff because I was like, I want to talk about Rocket League, but I don't know what to say. The first thing I saw is that Mark by 8 is gonna be a sub,
Oh, I
and
saw that.
I'm sitting here like the man is cracked, and he is the sub for BDS, and Seiko is gonna take over that spot. So, what do y'all think about that?
Well,
Well,
oh,
oh, you're good. But dude, I think Mark Bite's cracked, but I mean, Psycho's actually really popped off in the last LAN. But I do still believe that Mark by 8 really does deserve a spot starting somewhere. And also another person who's getting subbed is Fairy Peak. I don't know if
Mhm.
you noticed that.
Yeah, I heard about the Fairy Peak sub, and that kind of broke my heart because he's one of my favorites to play the game.
I really think that a lot of these moves are not going to be based around like because we're entering a phase where mechanics are really important, but also chemistry is going to be the more important part for the pro scene. And with new mechanics slowly entering, like the new one where you can go up the side of the wall and keep an infinite flip, we're going to see a lot more chemistry coming out until that becomes more of a mainstream professional move.
Hmm.
Well, is Psycho French? Because I know there could be a language barrier thing with that. I don't believe Mark by 8 was French. Let me look this up real quick.
I don't know. I'm not super up to date on EU RLCS, but from what I've seen in the majors, I just knew Mark by 8 was nuts. And like when a team tells you that that's your sub, you should be genuinely afraid because that means the starting roster should be better, and that is terrifying.
No, I agree. I completely agree.
Now,
And
do y'all, who did Fairy Peak get replaced with?
Oh, I mean, I'll be honest. There's a player I've never heard of before. No, I mean, I may have heard of him in like passing, but it's not one of those players I was like, oh, I could just name off the top of my head. But he has to be cracked to be replacing Fairy Peak, in my opinion. And I heard Fairy Peak posted a tweet saying that he wasn't content with being a sub, so he's just gonna do like content creation, all that. But he's not retiring, and he's gonna be back next season.
Mhm. Let's see. Anything else? No.
And I will say this: Mark by 8 is Spanish.
Yeah.
So I mean that could like be a language barrier because I'm pretty sure the other two in Extra and Monkey Moon are French, I believe, and I mean Spanish and French are similar, and but if I don't know, I only know three languages: sarcasm, English, and Pig Latin. Uh, but if I'm playing, I want to speak in my first language, to make it easier. I don't have time to translate in my head. So I think BDS is very good, but I feel like their chemistry would be a lot smoother if they were all French speaking players. I know people are like kind of moving into that meta where everyone speaks the same language because I've played soccer for like 19 years and I've played with people who don't speak English and it is very hard to communicate. And like in a game as fast as Rocket League, I imagine it's even harder to communicate if you're not all speaking the same language.
I just
Yeah.
found who Fairy Peak got benched for.
Who was it?
His name is
Ra- Ra-
apologies.
Radosin or whatever.
Radisson?
Yeah, apologies if I say the name wrong. I think it's Radisson75.
Yeah, I think that's his Twitter handle from what I've seen. Hopefully he's good to replace him. And I see that Archie is joining Endpoint to replace Psycho until he gets back. Which, I mean, hopefully these people know what they're doing much more than I do. So I trust them in their roster moves. And this isn't really RLCS because he retired, but Rizzo and Athena got engaged. I don't know if y'all saw that.
I did not. But I'm nodding like I
Congratulations to
did.
them.
Yeah. So congratulations, Rizzo and Athena. Super exciting for them. And honestly, I still think Athena should have went with John Sandman.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Isn't John Sandman married?
I mean, she's engaged. He's married. Like
There's
Oh
ways
my
around it.
god.
yeah, there's ways around that. Dan's Doe, he's married.
Oh.
No comment.
Uh, uh,
Yeah. But other than that, not a whole lot happening. Besides some roster moves. Is today the last day for trades and stuff? Is this the deadline?
um,
Is that
let's
why
see.
all this stuff is going on?
I didn't even know they had a trade deadline.
No, yeah. I I don't know when it is though.
Ghost parted ways with Roll Diz a few days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait,
April
was
April 13th. Today we mutually part ways with Roll Diz.
interesting.
Well,
Wait, was he a coach or was he playing? He wasn't playing. Was he?
I don't know. He's expected to be replaced by Hoxer.
Okay, so I guess he was playing.
That's a pretty good replacement, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I don't know. I am excited for this RLCS in Houston though.
I believe it's Dallas.
Dallas.
Scroll, but dude,
Sorry.
I'm so excited. That's in my backyard, bro. Like, dude, I can't wait. I might actually drive there. I'm not flying there this time, I don't think.
I
I
knew it
might
was
fly
in
there.
I knew it was in Texas, just the wrong part.
Yeah. No,
But
Texas is big.
yeah.
Fine.
I wish I could
Sans
go.
Sans, how far apart is Dallas to Houston?
Probably like
Um,
2 hours, huh?
No, it's about 5.
Oh,
Texas is gigantic.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
that's
the
like
longest
driving across
drive I've
2 states.
taken was Houston to like upstate New York, about 30 minutes south of Toronto.
Mhm.
And the first 14 hours of my drive, I didn't leave my state.
Jesus.
It's
So
based on Google Maps here. It's about 3 hours and 23 minutes driving on one interstate
yeah,
to
but
get between them.
that's without going. That's being in downtown already. Getting there
Yeah,
sucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
plus traffic through downtown, I bet.
it's
Yeah,
probably
downtown
terrible.
Houston traffic is awful.
Mhm.
I avoid it at all possible.
I bet. But I'm getting a new job. I'm not gonna be a teacher anymore.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, and depending on the hours and the days that I work, there's a chance that I'd be able to go, but it would not be very likely. But I would like to go to Dallas though. I would Texas is like on a bucket list for me to go visit.
Gotta come to New Orleans.
I would
I'm
like to do
telling
that
you.
too. I'd love to go shoot some gators in the river, eat some crawdads out of the bayou.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dude, I couldn't fake a Cajun accent if I tried, man. No,
Uh,
I just can't. So I got rated the other day on my stream, and it was people from Europe, and they couldn't place where my accent was from. And I went back and watched the VOD like leading up to it, and it was the funniest thing because they're like, "Where's he from?" Like, what? Because even where I'm at, they always ask me where I'm from just because of my voice.
mhm.
It's the funniest thing.
Yeah, you don't have the most Louisianan accent that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not have guessed Louisiana.
that's funny. I've been told my accent's from either Texas or Canada, so you have fun with that.
Um, wait, I know where you're from, Red.
Oh yeah, good old Ohio. You know,
Good old
Ohio.
Ohio.
Ohio doesn't exist.
No, I've always
no,
wanted. So Ohio has this place called Cedar Point,
Oh, I've heard of
and
that.
yeah, so
it's a pretty fun place. I
we
haven't
have
been
an
there though.
we have an amusement park by me called Carowinds, and Cedar Point owns the amusement park by me. And like I've seen some of the rides on the internet that Cedar Point has, and it just seems so fun. I'd love to go. But do you know of any other like Nemesis people that are going to be going to Dallas?
Um, so I know I, I'm like 99% sure the Louisiana boys are going. I
Louisiana
think
Boys and You Magic in 3D.
yeah.
Okay.
And I mean Tim Rod, he's on the league, but
Well,
um
why not? Why isn't he in the league?
not doesn't have enough time, bro. Doesn't have enough time. He's actually about to graduate from LSU.
Well, good thing this is a summer season, and it'll be after he graduates, and
I'll talk
he
to
will
him.
have plenty of time.
I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him.
Yep.
And I believe Merely is owing. I want to say Bagels is going. Austin mentioned going. I haven't really talked to him too much about it.
I think
But
I think Austin will be graduated too by then.
yeah, so I'm assuming he's going.
Well, it sounds like a lot amount of people. It sounds like a good group going.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
which didn't Merely and Bagels go to the one in LA?
mm-hmm. Yep. No. Yeah. We all went. We had an Airbnb. We
Oh,
also did
you
the.
went too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I took a picture with Rizzo and Justin and Magic Pepperoni. Um, so me, Mealy, and Justin was standing outside, right? He was in the hallway, and I was going to the bathroom, and I see a long line of people, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll get in line and talk to Justin. You know, why not?" And then Magic and Mealy walk up, and so we all decided to take a picture together with him. And Magic walks up to him. He's like, "Man, I was so sad when y'all lost yesterday." He's like, "I came all the way from Louisiana to see you." And then Justin says, "Bro, I'm so sorry." It's like we walked away after, and me and Mealy were like, "Why would you say that to?" And,
Yeah.
like, to make matters even worse, the people that came up behind us were like, "Oh, don't listen to that guy. You're great. You're amazing." It's but, one thing I did notice is that the majority of, Rocket League play well, I'm a giant in the Rocket League community, let's just put it that way.
Mhm.
I'm like, 'cause I know I'm a tall guy, but I didn't expect to be that tall compared to everyone else. With the exception to Forky, that Forky is huge, and
Really?
that caught me off guard. Yeah, he's built and he has 3 inches on me.
Aren't you like 6'4",
I'm 6'3".
6'3"? So
Yeah.
so
Yeah. No,
6'6" and
yeah.
built?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
it caught me off guard, like, for real. But it was a really cool atmosphere because there wasn't like not everyone was like snobby. There's no really meet and greets. With occasionally there were meet and greets, but you could just go up to like your favorite content creator and just start talking to them. Really, like I got a picture with Rizzo. Um, oh, we were also standing outside. We were staying outside after the event. We were by the food trucks. Magic Pepperoni was waiting in the NRG lines to get a picture with NRG. And then Pulse Fire came walking up behind us. He's like, "Hey, do y'all know where like whether these food trucks are open or not?" And we were like kind of like, "What?" Yeah, and he man got some chicken tenders. And but the line for NRG was really long. So I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of annoyed at Magic because I was kind of just ready to go at that point because I was hungry. Like, because the food is so expensive at LAN. It was like $20 for like chicken tenders, something crazy. Um, but the line was so long, Magic really wanted to take a picture with NRG, so I was standing off in the distance, kind of just like with my arms crossed, and then Chelsea and a few of her like there was no one around me, and Chelsea and a few of her friends like came and walked and were staying like maybe 6 feet away from me, and I like I'm ADHD, so I noticed it of the corner of my eye. I turned and looked. I'm like, oh hey, that's cool, but I didn't do anything because I was so annoyed at Magic, because I was just ready to go. So Lan was a really amazing experience.
Well, like, so you'd say it was, like, worth your money to go?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. No, and, I highly recommend it to anyone, like, kind of on the edge
Mhm.
of it.
I'll have to go to one eventually because it does
Oh,
sound like
yeah.
fun. But you're an adult and Magic's an adult. You could have just let him stand in line and get a photo, and you could have done what you wanted to do.
No, because we carpooled there.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, why didn't you just hop in the food truck line with uh, the Pulse guy?
I wasn't spending $20 on some chicken tenders.
Yeah. So
Alright, now
Rogue and I went to Universal last week, and it was the food inside the park was just so expensive.
really?
Yeah.
Y'all got the butterbeer though, right?
Nah, we ended up not doing that because like we didn't get to that part. Like we were 20,000 steps in by the time we made it to Butterbeer,
Really?
and we were just ready to go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
'cause
feel that.
uh, we had the fast pass and
Oh, nice.
we had 2 parks one day and the fast pass for both parks. So we would literally just laugh at little kids as we were passing them in line.
It's so
And yeah, well, there were so many rides that we just like they had like hour and a half waits that we just walked
Yep.
onto. Uh, and by the time we made it to like the Harry Potter part, we had rode everything at the main park. We had rode most of the things in the other park. And we get to Harry Potter, we ride one of the rides. The other ride didn't take the fast pass and it had a 3 hour wait, so we didn't ride that one.
Yeah,
Uh,
no.
and we were already 20,000 steps in, so we kind of just looked at each other and was like, "You got your money's worth?" "Yeah." "What about you?" "Yeah." We just headed off to the car.
So I will ask you this for like Universal. It's been so long since I've been. Do they do you have to you don't have to pay per ride, right? It's just
You just pay to get in.
the you paid again. Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
Yep, you pay to get in, and you can stand in line for all the rides and stuff.
Unless you get the fast pass.
Unless you get the fast pass, and
Unless you get the
then
fast pass. That's the way to
you
go, man.
yeah, it was definitely worth it because we would not have we wouldn't have even made it to the second park if we didn't have the fast pass.
Mhm.
But so here, I'll show y'all what it looks like because I've got it right here beside me. Um, we ordered it online, and they give you tickets. One of them is my like to get into the park. The other one is the fast pass, and you'd scan it before you got onto the ride. Well, uh, they also have little lockers for you to put your stuff in. So you scan the barcode, and it opens up the locker. You put your stuff in, but you have to keep this in order to open that locker back up. So we go to the first ride we ride on. Like we open up a locker, put our stuff in. We've got our passes. We're good to go. We fast pass. We get on the ride. We're riding the ride. Rogue had stuck them in his shirt pocket, and the roller coaster took us upside down, and he loses his passes, all three of them. Like there was, because it was, we also had a drink voucher to get like one of the souvenir cups, so that and it gave us free refills on the day. So he loses all three of them on the first ride, has to go back up to the front, and thankfully they gave him new stuff. They gave him a fast pass, a drink voucher, and the pass to get into the park again. And we had to get someone to open the locker for us because he lost his pass and we couldn't open the locker. Freaking
Dang.
road. Yeah.
Oh man.
I have a question about that adventure.
Yeah.
How awkward was it to not call each other Rogue and Squirrel
Oh, we called each other Rogue and Squirrel
the entire time?
the whole time. The
Well,
only time I didn't call him Rogue was when I was on my job interview, and I said, "Yeah, Nick," and I pointed behind him. I was like, "Nick recommended me for the job."
did you throw up after?
Kinda in my mouth a little bit.
So, Sans, it's funny. It's really funny you said that because the first time I went to LA to hang out with Merely and Bagels, that was the hardest thing for me was calling them by their name, getting used to calling them by their actual name.
Yeah.
And by day 3, like there's one time I called Merely. Merely. He says, don't you mean I'm a dox him. Don't you mean Dom? And then I thought for a second. I'm like, no, I meant merely because I was just done with
It's too hard.
yeah, no, it was so hard. But like the second time, it was really easy. Like
Mhm.
it's just
Don't you mean
I guess I
Dom?
got used to it.
No, I mean sub.
Oh no, oh no,
Oh, whoop.
oh.
Or, dude, Merely was my favorite character in How to Train Your Dragon. Toothless.
That's
Too soon? Too soon?
oh man, that's
I actually haven't watched that yet.
You haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon?
Nope.
Spoilers. It's only like 15 years old. What are you doing?
There's three of them, and they're all pretty good.
I only saw the first one. I think
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think I've seen the first one, like in theaters, whenever that
first
was.
one was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. But also, I was younger, so I don't remember.
Yeah. Merely told me the story of how he lost his tooth, and it was pretty funny. But I think the funnier part was that when he got his new tooth, he ended up losing it.
Did he?
I still
Yeah.
don't know if I buy that Segway story.
Oh,
I
I
buy
buy
the
it.
Segway
I buy the
story.
Segway story.
I don't. After seeing his face, I completely buy the Segway story. I'm just glad his face is fixed because
Oh, absolutely.
I felt bad for the handsome man. So we talked a lot about like Nemesis and Rocket League. So it's important to have like some games that you can play to take a break from. And recently, I've been playing the new Tiny Tina game, and I don't know if y'all have ever played Borderlands before, but this Tiny Tina game is so much fun.
Isn't there a gun that's level 41, but your max level in the game is 40?
I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm like level
Oh.
15.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Um,
I have
but
to
if you,
know. Is there a weapon in this new game that screams when you fire it too?
I don't know. There, I picked. So you know how sometimes the weapons will have like red text on the like description. One of them said like something about screaming, but I didn't use it to figure it out.
Yeah.
No, you had to. That was the
Yeah.
best one.
Well, I'm only level 15, and I've already found like 3 legendaries. So
Nice.
I'm pretty lucky so far. Um, So throughout the map, there's like D20s, and if y'all don't know what a D20 is, it's just a 20-sided die. I usually have one around me, but I don't today. Just a 20-sided die, and like they're around the map, and if you find them, the more you find, the better your loot is that can drop. Like you have increased odds.
Uh-huh.
So I make sure to like hunt for those, and then I guess that's what has really helped me get those legendary items.
Nice.
Now, I know a lot of people have been playing Elden Ring, and Rogue got Elden Ring when I was down there with him. And to me, like, if I'm not gonna play Rocket League, I'm gonna play something relaxing. I'm not gonna play Elden Ring, because I know, like, Red, you and I were talking about it the other day, and you were stuck on like the snake person.
Yeah, so far I've put in at least 70 hours into Elden Ring. Actually, I found a way how to cheese the snake person. His name is Rekard. He's an optional boss and considered the hardest boss in the entire game. So,
And
I mean, I think it's relaxing. Elden Ring is just a test of skill.
no, no. I watched Rogue play it for a little bit, and I was like, this looks so annoying. Like,
Like,
and it was like it was like the starter ball, like the cat with the it was like the floating cat with the big sword and the fire tail.
oh, just wait until you have to face the one that's two of them, but
Oh
now it
no,
has a staff.
that's so
Those
Broken
are
scary.
fun.
broken 5 controllers playing that game.
Yeah. Um, I was watching a YouTube video of someone playing Wii Sports. I don't know if y'all know who Professor is,
Mm.
but he posts like he posts YouTube videos of him playing games on the Wii, and the title of the video was like going for a 3,000 pin game in the 100 pin bowling on like Wii Sports Resort. And well, Jaegers, in case you didn't know, Wii Sports Resort has a mode where you can play bowling, and it's 100 pins.
Oh, that sounds awful.
And he was trying to get a perfect game in with that. And the thumbnail was just a Wii controller bent in half.
Yep.
The man goes through controllers like crazy.
I bet. Oh man, that's I couldn't do that. That's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Um no, I've been playing a lot of mini clip lately. A little bit of a game. No, I mean all jokes aside though. I have been playing Elden Ring a little bit. I actually I've been playing a lot of Forewarned. It's a this really cool indie game, kind of like Phasmophobia. And like I just it's like Phasmophobia, but it is like in an Egyptian setting. It's really cool. Keep trying to get more people to play it. So it's
I
a fun
wanted
game.
to play Forewarned, but then they added the update where there's these large spiders that crawl on the floor. So I decided, nope, I'm just stick to Phasmophobia.
Oh, you can do arachnophobia mode
Oh,
though.
you can?
Mm-hmm.
Then I might actually get it.
Yep.
Wait, there's a mode for people that are afraid of spiders?
Yep. And snakes.
Grounded
Really?
has that too,
Yeah.
actually. If you've ever heard of the Xbox title Grounded, you
Nah.
can you can turn on the arachnophobia mode where it removes all of their legs and eyes, and it's just a circle that chases you instead, which is
Wow.
equally as terrifying.
Yeah, and the only mode switches I've done is like in Call of Duty when they had the family friendly mode where it turned your bullets into paintballs. Um,
Oh, my mom didn't like that mode because she said that if you're being shot at, she wants you to know that there's blood and that like nothing would happen. You know?
yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean like I don't know. I kind of agree with that. It makes sense.
yeah.
But just a funny way to look at it.
I don't know. I've never heard of games. It's like, hey, you're afraid of spiders? Click this button and you won't have to deal
Yeah.
with them.
No, it's very interesting that it's like spiders specifically,
Hmm.
you know. It's like
I
it could
mean,
scare you in other ways, but
Yeah.
arachnophobia is a massive one.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty common, so it makes sense to not cut out that part of your player base.
I mean, I modded Skyrim to change all of the spiders into Spider-Man or foxes. So,
Really?
Hmm.
Wow. Like I knew people were afraid of spiders, but I didn't know like people were. could be that afraid of spiders. That
If one were to drop from my ceiling right now and land like right in front of me, I wouldn't even bother to mute. I'd be in the other room already.
like I don't know. I've spiders like I'm okay with. Snakes though, like snakes I'm okay with unless they surprise me.
I'm okay with
Like
snakes. I'm not okay with spiders.
like
Um,
we were at summer camp and there was like a rattlesnake laying off to the side of a trail, and we just kind of like I just kind of kept walking. I was like, well, there it is. I'm gonna just keep going.
well,
I
so
remember being like 13 years old, running through a field back from my grandma's house, and I stepped on a rattlesnake. It
Oh no,
was not a good time.
it bit you?
I was barefoot too. Yeah,
Oh
it,
my
it bit my
god.
it bit my foot.
really?
That's no, okay, so that I don't know. So I don't have a problem with snakes. I don't have a problem with spiders unless there's a fear like there's a potential for me to get bitten by one. And then I'm not okay with it. You know, like if it's just there, I'm like, okay, it's there. You know, I don't really have a problem with it. Unless it's like about to cause actual bodily harm to me. And then I'm like I start to get a little antsy.
Yeah. Now, Sans, do you like if it bit you in your foot? Do you still have like all your toes and stuff?
So rattlesnakes are very common where I live.
Uh huh.
So a lot of people have like the anti venom for it.
Hmm.
Like I used to live out in the country. And like sometimes we go out our washer and dryer were like in a like little shed area when I was little.
Hmm.
And sometimes you go open the washing machine and look, there's a snake. So you kind of had to learn like which ones are poisonous and which ones aren't, and like what to do if you get bit by them.
So, do you
So
have all your toes?
I do.
Okay.
I
Good.
can.
Good.
Would you like one?
The
The
important
most
questions.
important question.
Hey,
So
we're gonna talk about this at land, Sans. I no, I'm
Should.
yeah. Uh, if you didn't have all your toes, you'd have to discount those feet pics. You know?
10% off.
Yeah. 10% per toe.
The joke would have been 20% off because you have 5 toes.
Oh no.
Oh, it's true.
I have 10 toes.
Per foot, squirrel.
I do not have 10 toes per foot.
God damn it. Excuse
Man,
me.
you're shorting people on toes, squirrel.
Maybe I
I
don't
know.
have all my toes.
Y'all don't have 10 toes per feet? Like
I only
what?
have
Uh,
one set of feet.
Dude, one of my soccer players, like, I think has a legitimate foot fetish. She's like weird.
That's very funny. So disclaimer, I don't. But I do so there's a time in my friends group chat where I would post a pic that would be like feet today. It's like an animated character and she the pics would either be no sorry, no feet today or feet today. And so like I just post a random one every day. And so like my friends just thought I had like a foot fetish. But no, I just thought it was a really funny joke for a while. Actually, I'm gonna post one right now. Now that I reminded myself.
So I think it started as you not having one, and you slowly kind of developed
You
one.
know, you might be right, Sans. I'm not gonna lie.
Ugh.
That's
It's like you don't start off addicted to cigarettes, but then you have one, and then you're like, you know, oh, now I got to finish the pack. So
oh,
you smoke
Yeah,
absolutely.
you smoke one every day, and the next thing you know, you're addicted to cigarettes. And
like if I had to start a conversation about feet, I wouldn't have to start by saying disclaimer.
yeah,
So
No, that's fair.
Jaegers has a foot fetish confirmed.
My God. I will say this though. Check. Well, I'm gonna tag y'all in marketing. I guess
I'm gonna be left out. Feels bad, man.
I'm gonna put it in media. Then
yeah. Put it in media. That way, if it's stream appropriate, Glaze can edit it
Let-
into a YouTube video.
Let's all get our reactions here.
Because I want to see this.
Oh no.
that, yeah, maybe we don't put that one in the video. So anyone wants to see that, apply to media and be decent, and you can see that photo also.
Sorry, I had to fall out of my chair for a minute.
So, I think Jaeger's foot fetish is a good spot to end it on. So we are about at the hour mark, maybe like 55 minutes, depending on when the recording actually started. But boys, thank y'all for joining me with this one. I know it's not as structured as the last one, but I'm glad that we got to just hang out, have some fun, talk, maybe entertain some few people that are watching. I remember Zabungi would watch these and he'd be like, "Oh my God, y'all are so funny." So hopefully we were able to make some people laugh. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. If you are watching, make sure you fill out your interest form and your PRF, um, because Rockerman said the biggest season ever. Maybe the biggest prize pool ever. Who knows? We'll see. So love you all. Thanks for watching. Join the Discord. Fill out your forms. Recruit people. Join the recruitment raffle. Win money. And get ready for a great league play season because it's going to be awesome. Um, Thank you, Jaegers, Glaze, for recording. Redwater Sands, y'all have been great. And we will see y'all probably in about 2 weeks for another episode.
Hell yeah.